Hello, true art believers, and welcome. Welcome. I hope you are having a wonderful flippin' day. I'm doing all right. This is Pierson. I am the number one live art streamer in the world, and today you are watching day 279. Wait, is it 200? Wait, look. 279 out of 300 days of drawing. Why do I have it titled that way? I don't know. But today we're going to be doing a cactus drawing. I'm going to take a little bit of break from my comic. I wanted to take some source photos, and it involves me doing some staging, and basically it involves me on my free time to take some photographs, um, to have some resources to work from. So I want to get those kind of taken care of before I begin my drawing or begin my comic, continue my comic. Anyways, let's begin the cactus drawing. How about it? Yeah, let's do that. Alrighty, let me do a few things here. I just need to adjust my time lapse. I like to do a time lapse for every one of my live streams. So I'm just trying to move some things around so that I have room for this cactus drawing today. Now we're not going to do any comics today because, as I said, I wanted to do like have some visuals to work from, and it involves me doing a little bit of photography because I want to have some some sources to work from, and I have some ideas, but I need a moment of time to take photos of everything, and I just haven't been able to do that. So we're going to be doing a cactus drawing, and I'm going to try to go as fast as I can on this one, but I got to move some stuff around. I got all these screens in the way. There you go. All right. Oops. There we go. Now let's do it to it. So today, what was it? I had another color. Like yesterday, I did a cactus with a pink background. So we're gonna have a cactus with a purplish background, like a mid tone like that. And then we're gonna do what I've been doing a lot lately has been messing around with circles. And I'm on a different layer right now, and just gonna fill up this whole area with circles. There's no like set amount of circles. All I know is I want to have the circles kind of go around and come off the picture plane. So I usually have that happen a lot. And so that's what I've been doing lately is having these circles kind of come on and off the picture plane like that and so forth. And I've been doing that because it's just been yielding. It's been exciting. I kind of like the aesthetic of it and so forth. So like, there's no real reason why I ventured into doing circles. It's just something that I kind of started doing, and I just continue to do. But as I said, we're not going to do a comic drawing today. I really want to take some photos, so it's going to involve me. It's going to involve me staging an area, like setting up an area. Like I want to use some sources from my own imagination and not just look up online action poses, because I'm not looking for action poses. I'm looking for set poses. So I'm going to be doing some set poses when I get a moment of time. So, oops, there we go. Now, let's see here. We're gonna do like a yellow, like that, and deselect it and so forth. Let me tell you though, I had a day today. I didn't want to do the things that I'm doing today. Yeah, I had quite a day actually. You ever just like, whenever you're I don't know, you hear some bad news, or you had like someone said something or someone did something to really irk you, and you're just like, oh man, this really grinds my gears, right? You ever have that happen? Well, I had that happen today, and it just like it threw me off. I'm trying to move this. There we go. Um, it just threw me off the day, and I yeah, it just threw me off, and I've been trying my best to kind of like just go through it because I didn't want to. After hearing this news, I didn't want to draw. I didn't want to. I didn't want to at all. It was like the last thing I wanted to do. I heard this and I'm like, ah, man, you really it just really threw me off, right? And I talk about this in like excessively because it's the main thing that drives me. It's like it's one of those things that I think, or at least me personally, is a big thing for me. Like me personally, I struggle to do these every day. I struggle to maintain a a art habit. Gosh darn. There we go. An art habit because there are days, man. There are days that you're not feeling it. You're not feeling it. Whatever it is that is dragging you down mentally, right? It there we all experience that. And I experience it all the time. Like I have severe like art like fatigue or like creative fatigue. I don't know what you would call it. Just fatigue in general, I guess. And it's been really hitting me hard as of lately. And there are days I'm just like, I do not want to be here, you know. And I talk about this a lot. And I'm very serious about it because I want everyone to know that you are going to have those days where things are not going to go the way that you want. You know, it's just not going to happen. You are not going to be 100% every day. And I think like all these like gurus and all these people you listen to, I think sometimes a lot of them sell you a false product. Like they're telling you just, like you got to pursue the thing that you love doing. Like things that you love doing are not always going to be easy to do every day. They're not easy to do every day. Doing a live stream doing a drawing every day is not an easy feat. It's not an easy feat. All this stuff is not easy. And anything that you do in life that is of value to you is not going to be easy. There's always going to be days that really hit you, you know, that are really going to um, test your grit. They're going to test you. And there's going to be these times like you're going to be wondering, why are you doing this? You know, and you're going to be wondering, and it's going to be super, super, you're going to always be questioning yourself, you know, or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm that like outlier. I don't know. All I know is uh, there are days where I do not feel like doing the thing that I know I should be doing. I know I don't always feel like doing all of this stuff. And that's fine, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know if I like this. Maybe do some links. I'm just going. We'll leave it like that. That'll be good. I've spent way too long on this background. Man, I'm be quite honest with you. I spent way too long in the background, so it's locked. Um, so there's gonna be days, man. There are gonna be days that you don't want to do anything. And it's not because like it's not like I don't want to do the thing that I want to do that I love doing. It's more like the times that I have available to do the things that I want to do are the most inconvenient times. There's no like today I'm doing this live stream. It's the it's the end of the day for me. I've been going I haven't been home. I've been home for a total of an hour. I've literally been gone. I got up, I put up a pot of coffee, and I left, and I came back for a brief hour or so, and then I left again, and I came back, and I'm just now like I haven't been home all day, and the last thing I want to do is like do a drawing, and drawing is work. No, don't get me wrong. I'm going way behind. Drawing is work. You know, doing these things are work, and it's labor. All like drawing cactuses, doing any type of drawing or doing anything creative is labor, and I envy, I totally envy the individual that loves, like, can get home at the end of the day and just absolutely loves to do to get to can't wait to go ahead and draw. Me, I'm like, I can't. I just can't right now. And the reason more than likely, more often than not, it's more like I can't right now because I want to go to bed, or I just want to have an hour of doing nothing, like an hour of doing nothing. You know, I'm not a manga artist who literally has. I watched a manga documentary, or like short little documentary about manga artists. I'm like, oh my gosh, I've had students who told me that they want to be manga artists, and after hearing like what they have to do every day, or like their like schedule, I'm like, you wouldn't even want to be one of them, because like, it's terrible sounding. It sounds like it sounds terrible. It sounds awful. Like, they work 14-hour days, and or more than that, and they basically live at their company or whatever, and they have like roughly 10 hour, like 3 hour, literally every week they have like 3 hours of free time. That's their life. That does not sound appealing. That is not a that is not a very that does not sound fun at all to pursue. That does not sound like a career path that a lot of people want to do. But like, that's a specific type of that takes a specific type of person. Probably takes a person who's single, young, and has free time. I don't have free time. I have like zero free time. Um, I probably get as much. I don't get as much. They get less sleep than I do, but um, I'm gone all day, and I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to do a lot of things in a short amount of time, or a lot of things in a day when I know I don't really have available time. You know, so I want you to understand, like, we all deal with this stuff. We all have these issues. It's there. There's days you don't want to do things. Like, it's like chores. You don't want to do chores every day. Someday, like, after doing these live streams for 200 and almost 280 days, um, there's some days it can feel like a chore because it's not in a convenient time for me. None of it's like a convenient time. Like, I'm doing it in these weird time frames. I'm trying to get one done each day, and like, whenever the time the reason why you see these me doing them at such odd times. They're not consistent. That's not because I choose to do it that way. That's just because, like, that's just how the cookie crumbles for me. Really, it's like, oh well, this is the time I could do it, so I'm gonna guess this is where I'm gonna do my cactus, or do my drawing, or my drawings of the day. So that's really why I do it at these specific times. Like, they're just kind of like there. You know, it's not it's not by choice. I don't like choose to do this at 8. It's just like the evening is the if I miss my morning or miss my afternoon shot to do the live stream, then the evening is the best time to do it. And usually by the evening, I've already been working for about 14 hours, doing things that I have to do throughout the day. And I consider everything I do uh, work because there is very little time that I'm when I'm home where I'm just sitting down and enjoying like a show. I'm not enjoying a show. I'm doing something that needs to get done. It's always like a giant list of things that need to be done throughout the day. So it's just one of those things. So here we go. We're just kind of putting the sand in and stuff like that. Press the E button and so forth. But yeah, what a day. I didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I think you ever wake up on the wrong side of the bed? I didn't wake up on the wrong side of the bed. I woke up. I actually got some pretty good sleep. I've been getting pretty good sleep for lately because I've been sleeping in, and it's really messing up everything else. I haven't been able to get anything else done. Like all my morning things that I used to get done are not getting done because I'm not getting up at 4 in the morning anymore. Uh, so like I kind of bounce around between waking up at 4 in the morning and then dialing it back because it becomes too much, like physically. Like I just can't maintain like that sleep schedule because my I I'm up really late, like midnight, and then waking up at 4, doing that over and over again. There's not a lot of people that can do that and still be healthy. Like it's like I can't do that and actually have be in decent health. I like it's terrible for me. It's terrible in general, but like I personally can't stay up at midnight every day and then go to bed and wake up at 4. It's just atrocious for my health. It's atrocious for the average person because um, most people can't physically do that. They can do it physically, but at the detriment of their overall health. There are very few people that are able to do that. Some people that are able to do it, there's like something in their genetics that allows them to do it and be okay with it. Like Dolly Parton, is it Parton? Dolly Parton, Dolly Parton, Dolly Parton. I don't remember. Dolly Parton. Uh, she she gets up like I read a little article that she like sleeps 5 hours a day. You know, she sleeps. She's been doing that forever, and like she sleeps 5 hours a day, gets up, makes breakfast for herself and her husband, and just gets cracking, works all day, and look what she's done. And she's like, well, I also read another article. Like I read something else about her. Like she's actually, she could be she technically could have been a billionaire, but like she spends so much money, like she gives away so much of that money that she's not a billionaire because of it. Now that is someone that you got to have mad respect for. You have all these other billionaires. They're giving away their money. You know, they're giving away their money, but not at the cost of like not being a billionaire. You know, like literally, she could have been a billionaire, but she spends all her money is sent towards charities and all kinds of stuff. You know, you have all these other people, all these other billionaires who are billionaires, but they're not giving away money that they become multimillionaires, where they become like almost a billionaire, but they're still like under that. So Dolly Parton, man, that's an interesting fact. But like she only has like 5 hours of sleep. And there's some other people on the YouTube that talk about some of these health gurus or health people that like only get like 2 hours of sleep. What was this like chef guy? This chef like this like big bodybuilder guy. I don't know his name. Big dude, like he's like a chef or a cook, and he stated I didn't watch it, but he stated that he only gets like 2 hours of sleep a day, and then like other like military guys like Jocko say that they only get like 4 or 5, you know, and they think that like anyone can do that. I think they're like, yeah, you can do it. I don't know if it's good luck for longevity. I don't know if it's going to make you're not. I don't know if you're going to be living to 90 or 100 years old because you've uh, by if you're staying if you're getting like 4 hours of sleep. You know, I don't know if it's good for that. You can do that stuff. I agree. You can do that. Now, for as far as like how long you're able, like how good it is for you, that's a question that needs to be answered. Um, but like there's some science, some studies stating that people that are able to do that, there's a chemical. I don't quote me. These aren't like facts, or I'm not stating anything. These are something I read an article that may or may not be true. I don't know. Don't know. It may or may not be true. Okay. Uh, so they're like there's some the article was like there's certain individuals there's a chemical in your brain that you built that this chemical builds up throughout the day, right? It builds up throughout the day, and it part of sleeping is your brain that chemical gets filtered out, and when you're sleeping, that's the time where it your body cleans that buildup of chemical, that bad chemical in your brain, and that's why you sleep. Is not just because not just for that, but that's one of the reasons why you sleep is because there's this buildup of this chemical. I guess the analogy would be like whenever you're working out and you get that lactic acid buildup, your arms and your muscles start to burn, right? Right, your muscles are burning because you got that lactic acid buildup. I guess that would be the relative analogy for that. You know, is you have this chemical buildup in your brain, and you have to kind of clean it out at night while you're sleeping. Now, the study was explaining that there are certain individuals who are very efficient at cleaning, removing that chemical out of their brain, and there's other individuals that are their body is very inefficient at removing that chemical from the brain. And that is one of the reasons why um, some people can sleep less, or one of the reasons, not all the reasons. This is one of the reasons in that article. One of the reasons why you can some people can sleep less and still have the same amount of like regenerative or recuperative uh, um, feeling that an average person has after they slept for maybe 8 hours. And there's certain individuals that can sleep for 6 to 4, 5, 6 hours, and it's the same. It's the equivalent of an average person sleeping 8 hours, and that's like a genetic, like just some sort of genetic thing that some of these individuals have. And so whenever someone says they sleep 8 hours or like 2 to 3 hours a day, and they think that everyone can just go ahead and do that, they might be wrong. They might be wrong, and they might think, oh, you can purely willpower it. Maybe to an extent, right? You might be able to willpower it to an extent, but you're saying that you're saying that you're trying to base it upon yourself. Yourself is a different. You're a different individual than everyone else. Like you are unique. You're unique. You have a gift that you don't know other people. You are ignorant to the fact that other people can't do that. You know, and yes, I do agree. I do agree with this part where you can fake it to make it or will it to happen, but I'm merely stating that, is it a good thing? Is it a good thing that you're doing that? Is it good for your overall health? Is it good for your overall well-being? And I can pose the argument that it probably isn't as good as you say it is. So like all these like wake up, all these fitness gurus and all these like, like life coaches, wake up at 4 a.m., grab life by the ball, grab life by the whatever it is, um, they may not know that some people are just able to do that and it be okay. And then there's other people that like they struggle just to kind of like they need literally physically need 8 or more hours a day. What like was it like teenagers need more sleep, babies need more sleep? What like if you're trying to say like, oh, I only get 4 hours of sleep, well, if that's the case, by your logic, saying that it's okay for you to get 4 to 5 or 6 hours of sleep, by your logic, you can just go around and say, hey, well, my kid could get if you can get that amount of sleep, then a kid can get. Let's have your baby sleep for 4 hours a day. Let's keep that baby up all day long. Wait. You can't do that. I don't know. Anyways, that's a little weird little rant. It's a weird rant because it's slowing me down on my drawing. I'm actually I'm taking too long. I'm talking too much. I'm talking way too much. It's slowing my drawing down a lot. But that's fine. I'm okay with that. I can deal. As long as I'm getting the drawing done, I don't mind if it takes me a little bit longer, especially when I have a little bit more free time. Because the one good thing about doing these live streams in the evening is I actually have more time available to do it than if I were to do it during the day. But during the day, I prefer to get it done during the day because it's just more convenient for me. So I prefer to get it done during the day, but at night I actually have more time to work on it. So this is actually taking me way longer than it should, because I'm talking. I'm like ranting about nothing really. Okay, let's do my favorite little thing, which is this. It's a little neat little trick that I do. Whoop, oop, like that. Do something like this, and there we go. Gonna put that. Let's go like that there. Maybe I love this like teal color because I don't use it a lot in the background tones, the background color, so it makes it come forward more. Alrighty then. Now here we go. We're gonna take the go with this, and we're gonna do the sand. Sand doesn't take too long, but I've went over my time frame. That sucks. I just started talking and talking and talking and kind of stopping what I'm doing. Um, so I don't know where I stand as far as like how much time I have left because I went overboard with the background. I was just talking about stuff, and I was realizing as I was talking that I am doing a lot more stuff to the background than normal, like all those stripes. I normally don't do that many stripes, and I don't spend as much time on that background as I did in this one, and it's affecting the overall time to make this cactus drawing. And that's fine. There's gonna be days where you're going really quick, and there's days that you're not going so quick. Bear in mind though, when you're talking does slow you down. It does slow you down. It's that's the main one thing that I learned with doing these live streams is like talking slows my ability to draw like exponentially. It just slows it down to a snail, like a crawl. So that's why um, the comic is going to take forever. I'm not going to get a lot of that comic done. Like it's going to take me months to get a page done because I'm only able to work on it at 30 minutes at a time. Generally, I'm only able to work on it at 30 minutes at a time. My life does not allow me the luxury of doing the thing that I love the most, because I have to do it when everyone is not awake. And I'm not complaining about that. It's just where I'm at in my life right now. And I would love to get more commissions. I would love to do like art commissions and portraits. I would love for my art prints to sell. I would definitely love that. It's not like I'm not trying for that to happen, but at this point, I can't make it go quicker. Maybe I should market myself better. I don't know. I don't know what I could be doing more. I mean, I'm doing a live stream each day. There's really doing a live stream each day. I'm doing a post generally every day, generally either every day or every other day. I'm making artwork every day. There's not much more I can do. I guess I could submit to art shows, but I stopped submitting to art shows a long time ago. It was like maybe I need to solicit certain people. I don't know. I don't have the answer. That's why I'm probably in predicament I'm in. I don't know. Maybe I need to sit down and start read marketing buckets, buckets, read marketing buckets. That's what I need. Like I need to go to the bucket store and read a book on how to market buckets. Marketing books is what I was trying to say. Anyways, man, it was today. I just didn't want to work on this. Didn't want to do a drawing. I thought I had more time, and then the day went by, and it's just near the end of the day. You're like, oh gosh, I didn't expect the day to kind of pan out. Like I had an expectation that it would come to something like this, but you don't always expect it to be, you know, I didn't expect it to be this way. I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought I would be able to do a lot more within the time frame that I had, and it never happened, and I'm kind of frustrated about it. But it is what it is. And the thing that really determines your character as an individual is just accepting things and trying to work around it. If you have a goal or things that you want to do, you know, um, you just got to accept that it's gonna take time, and there's gonna be some struggle. I was during Thanksgiving, I was telling people, yeah, I've been doing these live streams for almost a year now, and they're like, why are you doing that? I told them that I was making a goal. My goal was to do a live stream a day for 100 days, and then I upped the goal to 200 days, and I upped it to 300 days. And like, what's the goal though? Like that is the goal. The goal is to do it, to say that to have done it, to have invested in it, to I don't know. It's like a weight loss goal, like they're really like weight loss goals are like, why would you do that? Why would you want to lose weight? What's the purpose of losing weight? Well, so you can make the argument, oh, the purpose of losing weight is to be healthy, you know. Um, but what if you already in okay weight? You're already in okay shape. Like you're not like obese. You're not morbidly overweight. Um, you can run a mile pretty good. What's the point? What are you doing? Like, well, maybe you want to get in shape. Your goal is to like just to say that you want to walk, just to start a walking habit, and it not be a struggle to do that, you know. So that's what I did, is like to do this live stream. As I've established a drawing habit. Now I can do a little bit of self-reflecting, right, and say, well, I'm not as good as I thought I'd be in this time frame. But I can also say that I also have actual proof that I've done something with my time, and that I think is really valuable. I think that is so undervalued and underrated as humans, because I think a lot of us, when we look back, we're like, oh my gosh, I wasted so much time doing X or doing this, right? And with these live streams, I can say I maybe they've been a waste. I don't know. I can't really make that judgment yet. But who knows what a waste is? Like, who knows what is wasteful? right? I don't know. Whatever brings you joy. If it brings you joy, then it's not wasteful. If you're coming back to say, you know what, like years later, oh, I totally regret spending all that time doing that thing, then maybe it was probably wasteful. Maybe it wasn't a good thing for you to be doing, you know? Um, but yeah, so that was my goal was to do these live streams, to do it each day. Um, yeah, a good icing on the cake was to get some followers, get some subscribes, maybe have someone buy an art print. That's a nice little extra to it. I'm not gonna lie. I would be ignorant and say that'd be ignorant of me to say that that wouldn't be a nice thing to happen. And I mean, we all gotta buy food. We all gotta support ourselves some way. And if my art can be a way to uh, uh, create some form of income, an extra income for me, that is great too. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. You know, I don't have anything wrong with that. But that is not my goal. Like that's not my driving factor. I think when people go into a business or go into something in hopes of making money, I think maybe what the well the at the very at the very beginning, if they may start making money, that's a good thing. Like the acute, it's a good thing. But like in the as the end result, they're not really they're not better people for it. Um, you know, you can be a wealthy individual and be a garbage person. I mean, I've there's a lot of those people, right? You can be a garbage, you can be a terrible person, and not all the money in the world can't fix that. You know, all the money in the world can't fix that. And there's a lot of people like that, you know, just terrible people. You know, I'm not saying that everyone's terrible, but like, you know, there's people out there that are just mean, you know? And what good does being mean in life? What good does that do for you? Does it give you like does it give as a like it doesn't really do any good. And like it as a matter of fact, like there's probably I believe there's some studies saying that it actually makes you more of a depressed person. It makes you more unhappy with yourself because you have to literally you have to project your feelings, how you're feeling internally, albeit through being mean um to make yourself like happier, I guess. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is we're gonna add some like we're gonna add some like purple tones. Let's add some purplish tones here. Gonna add a little bit of purple here, a little bit of purple, a little purple here, and so forth. And then we're gonna take some we're gonna do some color swabs, kind of blend it a little bit. Just a little bit of blending. I'm not doing like I'm not using the actual blending tool. I'm just using the eyedrop tool to test the color nearby and kind of just blend those in. I just want to add a little bit of color to my cactus so it's not just like this green, you know, tone like that. There you go. And now what I'd like to do is I like pink. So I like adding pink in there. Add a little bit of pink for fun. And then we're going to put some thorns in there and call it a day. Some pink here, kind of like some pink here, put some pink here. Why is it? Oh, I realize why it's doing that. Okay, now I gotta put some pink on top here, on top of here. Maybe make it like a more scumblet, a little bit more like that. Oh, like, that's kind of nice. We'll do something like there. A little bit pink here, a little pink here, and maybe even add like some pink on the edge here. Oh yeah, a little bit of that. Woo! Look at that pink on this edge. Woo, that's tight. I like that. Nice. Yeah, buddy. A little bit of color, a little color pizzazz there. Just like sprinkle it on there and call it a day. Now we're gonna do another layer, and we're just gonna put my thorns on there, and then call it a day. You know, I don't want to keep messing around with this cactus. It's kind of taken its course. It's done its thing, and I think I'm pleased with the outcome. So want to add some thorns here at put like 13 pixels or something. Ooh, why is it white? Maybe 12. No, let's see. We'll do it 12 pixels. But yeah, dude, it is what it is. There's days we all have them. We all have these days of just like uncertainty, bad days, good days. What what makes you who you are is just picking yourself up and doing the thing that you set out to do. Regard Stop. I have like all these things popping up on my screen right now. Regardless of how you're feeling for that day. I don't feel I'm not always particularly enamored with the idea of drawing every day. There's days as I'm just like, oh boy, I gotta draw another cactus. I haven't done 123, 122 of these already. Yippee, right? Or like, oh boy, I gotta do this, and that's okay. I think YouTube and all these platforms they're doing disservice because I know for a fact there's days you don't always want to do the things that you want to do or that you set out to do, you know. And perhaps maybe I'm lying. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's just me because I have interviewed artists who literally love to do the art thing that they're doing every day. And I'm like, man, I envy you a little bit because there's days that I'm just like, it's like I'm dragging my knuckles on concrete because I just want to sit down and do nothing. I'm like that quintessential lazy person. I just want a day. I want a week where I don't have to do anything, like literally anything. Like I want to be able to watch. I just want to waste time on television, and watch like shows, and not do anything for a certain amount of time because I'm always doing something. Literally, I don't watch anything. I'll talk to friends and they'll ask me, "Oh man, have you seen this show?" I'm like, "I have not seen that show." You know, I haven't seen Game of Thrones. Um, I don't know if that means anything, but apparently it was a big deal. I saw like maybe an hour of Lost, and apparently that was a big deal. That was a big series for a while. You know, I I I I've seen Breaking Bad, but it was years after it was years after the series finished, and it was only because it was on Netflix. Um, but a lot of these shows that everyone watches, I don't watch them. I don't get to watch them at all. Um, I'm actually very I like being like familiarity. I think a lot of us like familiarity. So I'll like watch series that I've already seen before simply because they bring me joy and I've already seen them, so I don't have to like worry about whether or not I'll like it or not. So like when like there's all these shows coming out. There's always new shows coming out, and there's always these shows that you're like you start watching, and then you finish watching it, and you're like, that was not a good time. That was not a good use of my time, you know. And you're there's always these new shows that you're taking a gamble on watching. So some days I just like I enjoy watching shows that I am at least slightly familiar with. And so there's times where I won't watch a new series, even if like a friend says it's awesome or whatever. But there's always there's just too much content being put out there, for me to like really dive into. Like, it's just too much. Like, I love Marvel. I love those shows. I love the comic books. I don't have time to read comic books. The way it's going now, I don't even have time to watch their shows because they have so many of them now. Like I'm like I can't keep up. Like they're just pulling all kinds of characters out to make series out of. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I know that character. I don't know half these new characters. And I know them, but like I know they're not like main characters. They're like third. They're like they're like they're like the Robins of the Marvel. They're like the sidekicks of the Marvel universe, you know. And so like I don't have time to watch it. Like, there's too many of them now. Like, and it's great that they're making them. I think it's amazing that they actually came into fruition, because I know for the longest while, like making movies based upon comic characters was not really a lucrative or a possible venture, because there are too you would need the special effects required to make them were too outlandish, you know. But now you have the FX to kind of allow for those things to happen. But I don't get to watch those shows, and it's sad, you know. I don't think I've seen half the new Marvel movies. I haven't seen any of the Marvel shows besides the ones that are on Netflix. I did watch, Daredevil and Luke Cage and I forgot. Is it something Jones? Something Jones? I'm like drawing a blank. Anyways, that's it. We're done. Let's see here. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna zoom in. Use this brush. We're gonna zoom in all the way. Where are we gonna go? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna rotate it this way. I'm gonna zoom in right here. And we're gonna go at 7 pixels, and we're gonna take this, and we're going to, and we're gonna go T M P 21. This would be number 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, and day 279. So day 279. Pretty good. Let's zoom out. There you go. It's not too intrusive. There you go. And I think that's it. And yeah, I don't like it like that. That's how I already after doing that, I don't like it. I think because it's not lined up. Let's see. Let's do something. Well, never mind. I'll deal with it later. I probably won't even deal with it later. I'll just like forget about it. So, anyways, that is it. That is my live stream. I hope you. I don't know. This turned out pretty good. I'm getting more colorful. I'm getting a little bit adventurous with all the backgrounds. Having fun with it, and I was able to do it in under an hour, which is about 20 minutes longer than normal. That is it, my friends. Let me stop the timer and let's save the file. Save it. There we go. Anyways, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. This is Pierson. I am Pierson. I am the #1 live art streamer in the world. And if you have not already done so, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It is very much appreciated. I do live streams each day. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, sometimes they're okay, but that's okay, right? We're all learning. We're all learning, right? Anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. This is Pierson. Cheers.